Welcome to our new series of interviews with Father Bob. The teenagers of St. Peter Parish will be interviewing Father Bob every month, asking him questions that have been on their minds. Stay tuned each month for a new video. Here is the next of many interviews to come.
Father, I've been holding back this question for a while, but I've always wondered why your sermons were so getting into. You always get into your sermons when you're in church. But where do you find the inspiration to do your sermons?
Well, I like to preach, so I think if you like to do something, you'll be into it. Where do I find inspiration to preach? Well, first inspiration is really the Bible itself. I remember Archbishop Fulton J. Sheen, really, he was a tremendous preacher, and people told him, you really preach well. And the Archbishop said, well, I have some really good authors helping me, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, the gospel writers. So, the church teaches, and I believe, and you believe, that the Bible is inspired. It's God-breathed. That's what the word inspired means. It's special writing. So right there is where we're going to get our main ideas. Now, one of the things I do when I prepare a homily is I pray. And I pray especially on our day of adoration here at the parish on Tuesdays. And I'll sit before Jesus in the Blessed Sacrament, and I'll read over the readings, and I'll ask him, what does he want me to say to God's people today? And sometimes a word sticks out in the reading. Sometimes I have an idea in my head. It just sort of comes there. Sometimes I just think about where the people are at and what they need to hear. And I think God inspires me that way. Sometimes, other ways, I just think about the circumstances of my life and the lives of the people I'm serving, and I see different things happening, sometimes in society, sometimes in the parish, sometimes in my own life, sometimes in my family. Sometimes it's just something that someone says to me in a conversation that makes me think I need to talk about this, or that person's right. And so just trying to pay attention to people and to circumstances. I must admit too, I read some things that help me think about these particular passages for Sunday, or perhaps just the Bible commentaries in general. And finally, one of the things I do is, if I'm taking a long bike ride, I think that about the readings and what I should preach about. So sometimes a long bike ride on my day off helps me think about what to say. So there's lots of ways, but that's where I find my inspiration. How's that sound?
Great.
Good. Thank you.